The Nigerian movie industry plays host to new actors, producers, directors, and writers almost on a daily basis. Most of them are seldomly noticed until they do something big. Now on our program, we want to begin to keep records of when there is a new practitioner in the industry. For today, we have a new producer on the block. Her name is Aarinola.
My name is Odimayo. Odimayo. I'm the first out of 4 kids. I'm a lawyer, and like you know now, I'm a producer. If I can say that. Yeah, that's basically Ari.
So let's get to know more about Aarinola.
I'm from Ondo State. Ikale, Oderili, I think. My first school was Christian Council of Nigeria. That's in Festac. Then I went to Mo Grammar School, and I went to University of Ilorin, where I studied law, and Lagos Law School, which is where I was called to the Nigerian bar.
Aarinola has joined the likes of Omotola Jalade and others to represent Ondo State in Nollywood. There are 101 professions in the world. What must have led Aarinola, a certified lawyer, to pitch a tent with filmmaking?
Let me put it this way. It was out of anger. What I used to do is to write stories, and then I do the scenario part of it. I realized that every time I give it to someone who wants to produce, they will take it and say, oh, I've not read it. Eventually, when they own up to reading it, some of them will say, oh, I don't like it. But you know, if you've given someone an intellectual property, it's gone. There's really nothing you can do. You can't take away what the person already knows or what they've read. I did a little of that, and I realized that they would take the stories, make it, produce it, and no acknowledgement whatsoever. So there's a particular one that was really mind-boggling. It really hurt, and I felt really pained. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this myself. Instead of selling these ideas, I will just try and bring it to fruition, you know. So that was what happened.
Can we now call Aarinola the angry producer? It's pretty interesting to know that Aarinola is not a newbie in Nollywood. She's been a screen and scriptwriter for 4 years. However, we know you'd like to know how Aarinola transitioned from a scriptwriter to a producer. The transition from actually writing the script to producing it was a very long one. Even though it didn't come out to be too difficult in the beginning. I had people who made it look like it was a piece of cake. Like, don't worry, we'll just get people together, you pay them, and everything is fine. When I started, in fact, I hadn't gone a week into the budget when I realized that budget was wrong, and that was a major blow. I realized that a lot of people like to capitalize on the fact that you don't know something. They take advantage, serious advantage of people who don't know anything about a particular business. So it was, well, it's a learning process, but it was hard. I had a hard time. It wasn't cool. It wasn't easy. I had a hard time, but well, I got through it. I'm a fighter. LOL. Anyways, Aarinola now has a new movie. It is titled Memories of 4.
So about the movie, it's about 4 friends who were in school together and then lost contact and came back or met, you know, somewhere after a lot of years had passed. So they started sharing bits and pieces of their lives. Some were open about it, some were not, you know. So I leave the rest for you to see and you watch it. But yeah, it's about 4 good friends and their challenges.
Aarinola debuted as a producer in a big way as a movie. Memories of 4 featured top Nollywood actors. Some of the casts in the movie include Frederick Leonard, Kira Iwatch, and Nollywood besties Adesua Etomi and Linda Ejiofor.
Susie homemaker, seeing to breakfast, lunch and dinner 365 days a year, then maybe you realize that there's more to life than being a doormat, all for the sake of having a ring on your finger.